Who are Sol and Solarias? They are two Andromedans from the Andromeda Galaxy who feature in my Secret Cosmic Womb program. They are very energetic, very lively. They're kind of like meeting six alien kids at once. They're very intense. The ones who are in their frequency for a very long time, nervous system adjusts to theirs. They are just these very kind, gentle, jury forward beings that love culture. They love fashion, they love art, they love paintings. They make their ET race, like they're known for making textiles and making those really cool kimonos. And also the Javaans are known for making AI liquid for the ships because they're known also as ship builders. The essence of Soul and Solarius is the counterpart of the ego and the inner child. And so they come through to me in my Sacred Cosmic Room program as anchors for both the ego and inner child. Hilarious. She is 11. She is my divine union baby. She is different than Eden because Eden, he is my twin flame baby, different frequencies. And so they both can bring me to different parts of the astral realm. But right now, she's in school, and their school in space, kind of like Hogwarts. So it's a lot of fun. So I can take her with me on my travels, only when she has a break in the afternoon. But I don't really see her all that often. I see Eden more often because Eden is a grown man. He is 33. So I see him more often. So that's really nice. Solarius and Soul are both hybrids. So they have essence of Lyrian in them too, not just the Andromedan. So Lyrians are linked to Lemuria and Atlantis. They tend to be very masculine forward. They love to be leaders and they love to talk and be center stage. And they love to take charge of all of their endeavors. And they just are very confident, very showy. They're like our singers and actresses of today. Their energy core. So why is talking about the ego and inner child important? So many people don't understand the role of the ego and the role of the inner child. So first, the ego. The ego is really important for us to understand because the ego is a link to our shadow work. It will inflame and act up when it perceives a threat of being not safe or not comfortable. And the ego wants us to be comfortable. And the analogy that I always make is that the ego is like a sour patch kid, sour, sweet, on. So we need to learn to work with the ego and not discard it away. We need to integrate those frequencies so that we understand our role, our purpose in this lifetime, because the ego is very human. It makes mistakes. It does cause a little bit of chaos, but it's a vehicle to heal. And I feel like most people don't understand the ego. I want to just say, I want to cut it out. That's not how this works at all. We need to learn to make those action steps to remember the ego, to, yes, like integrate with the ego and understand that it may be causing you a ruckus and maybe just um wanting to take center stage. But again, like, you need to realize that it needs to go to the side, and your pure essence, your authenticity, your embodiment has to be forward. And with the inner child is really important because you have those parts in you that are still children. And you have cosmic children. You may not know them, they may not come to you, but they're out there. They come around either um, in their Merkabahs and ships to speak to us, to light workers, to anchor in a higher frequency. When that happens, when I get like the nudge to feel in to my inner child or inner children, I just differently. I just like I'm having fun, or I just to reflect a feeling that I've been feeling. So today I'm wearing my earth brown and green colors because my guides keep saying you need to ground, you need to ground, you need to ground. So when we get those nudges, we should do what they tell you and use clothes as a tool to help you sync up with the earth frequency. Now, going back to the inner child, why is it important and how do we integrate with the inner child? So I like to integrate with my inner child by, hey, guess, by painting. I love painting. And so that's how I release my inner child. And I like to also be really in touch with nature. So I'll go out in nature and I'll go touch the trees. I'll go hug a tree, or I'll go put my hands in the ocean to feel the ocean's heartbeat. Or I'll spend time just like walking, sorry, in nature and just experiencing the purity of nature and doing things that I love doing as a child. So those things will spark your inner child. And sometimes there is trauma they may have experienced, or they may have experienced in a past life. Everything is connected. So it's all a matter of remembering the seed and how to see the seed in its purity, and then do action steps to recognize it and heal it and heal the core essence, and then it will be resolved. Because sometimes your inner child may not have been heard or couldn't speak up for itself, or it didn't receive the love and attention that it may have wanted, but it got what it got because your parents and your parents, and they only loved you based on how they love themselves and how they were raised. It has nothing to do with you. It was just how they were raised and how they perceive life. And they do the best that they can do. So once we learn that, it becomes easier to then set. I now see where I can now heal myself, or I can now see where I may have this shortcoming. How do I overcome it and see it for what it is? Value it. Don't separate in the negative. Always turn it into a positive and uplift yourself, and then you can rise. And then give me a clear vessel for your work, for whatever you're doing. And it makes you a better, well-rounded person, understanding that you are living in this new dimension of 5D instead of 3D, because 3D is very fear-mongering and very tight and very non-inclusive. 5D, where we're trying to ascend up to, is very inclusive. It's very 11, but also the key thing I've been saying in all of my videos is that you need to be rooted into the earth. Yes, you need to root you into the earth. So, colors that represent the earth. If you're not near the ocean or the sea, wear things that will remind you of the ocean. Wear things that remind you of the earth, like my birds and my shirt, and just feel the nature around you. Don't pay attention so much to what the people are doing. Yes, it's a show. It's a dramatic show, but just know that you're protected and that you're on the right path. And I hope that you learned something new about the ego and the inner child and how they like to play with each other. Namaste and have a great day.